Greetings everyone, this is Money Grimshin, and this time we're taking a look at Chocolate Lover Chapter 3, which honestly was, it kind of wasn't what I expected, and we're gonna see why or how. Enjoy. Our chapter begins with Ryo racing to the radio studio, asking her manager if she could speak with Coco, to which, after some apprehension, he obliges, especially since the writer was sick that day. How convenient. So after she hesitates with the impression that he hates her, she goes into the studio booth to find out that Coco is Keiki. It's Red Hulk all over again. Although, I don't think it was meant to be in the same vein as, it was the Red Hulk. Because we already knew that Keiki was Coco. The whole point was how was she gonna find out what we already know? So, no personal pet peeve of mine, I guess. You already know who it is, and it's kind of frustrating to sit through. It's like, how do you not know what I know? It's so obvious. So they get their first call involving a love triangle between two girls and a boy before Fiona's asked for her opinion, and she suggests that they work things out to make all three in a mutual happy relationship. Keiko, of course, shoots it down, saying that's stupid, the mutual love shouldn't be interrupted. Keiki, you had one job, my friend, and that was staying. Look, dude. I know you probably have a thing for Rion, but is she that distracting that you just lose all sense of professionalism? Like, really? Really? I mean, I don't care if he's like 16 or whatever, just come on, dude. The situation then devolves into a chaotic argument in between Keiki and Ryo, going over the whole situation before we immediately cut to the next page as Keiki expresses how it felt good to break character for once. Okay. Now, before I say anything, he does in fact gripe about why, his producers are mad at him when he blames her for what happened. When, again, Keiki, you broke character. In your line of work, you don't break character for any reason. On the flip side, this was kind of whiplash-inducing. Simply because we go from a tense moment to the next page, immediately a relaxed situation. I did not leave any pages out. That's literally how it goes. Moving on. They got more letters, and apparently people enjoy the realistic feel of that in particular show that day. Just a reminder, this came out in 1988. The year I was born, so anyone who grew up in the 80s watching this, help me out. Was the preference of realistic drama in television kind of a thing back then? Because as far as I understand, reality TV didn't start becoming a thing until, like, 2002? So after asking if Coco really hates his job, Rion learns that he too has someone special in his life. But hey, I wonder who it is. Afterwards, Rion wonders how he can hate having his own show. You know, I would have this, like, quip or line. In fact, I did have this quip or line about just like, hey, Rion, sweetie, radio show's not made by one person. It's made by a team of people, but they already do that for me. No, really, they explained to her the entire recording process. From the commercial break ad system to the script writing to the fact that he's sat down with the writer and basically fed every single line he has to read and say. In other words, he's acting, which is understandable. From what I understand, not a lot of radio shows do this, at least not in America anyway. But maybe that's a thing in Japan. I don't know. Actually, I know of one way to find out. So during a commercial break, Rion asked Keiki why he was opposed to her getting hired, to which he explained that he didn't want anyone finding out that he was the radio host Coco. Because even radio hosts playing a character have to keep their secret identities too. It's not just superheroes, right? So relieved that her idol didn't hate her, which is debatable at this point, they get set to read another postcard. It's Rion's. And we get to see her reaction to, or Coco's reaction to her wish. So I thought. That doesn't happen. So during the recording session, Rion marvels at Keiki's change in character before we learn the romantic importance of being given a golden bell by someone you love. Which again, I'm assuming that's just a thing in Japan. More research from me, I guess. So after Rion points out two small bells atop a neon tree as an example, Keiki laughs at this notion, which prompts Rion to storm off before he stops her, saying that it would displease him if she left. In other words, he likes her. Now all that's left to find out is how they eventually find each other. I might have to take back what I said about how this is like You Got Mail, because she eventually found out who Coco was and is now working with him. This is how the chapter ends, by the way, with the implication that they're going to start getting serious with their relationship slowly but steadily within the plot. And I will see you all next time when I review Chapter 4 on Christmas Day. Ta-ta for now.